everyone, it's Justine and welcome to the Swirly Hearts stamp feature. Every month I guest design for So Susie Stamps and I feature one particular stamp that we're really excited about, and this month it's the Swirly Heart stamp. And what this means is I'm going to link to my blog link, which will be below in the video description, and you can click there and you'll be able to access a whole bunch of people who made cards using this stamp. So if you really like this stamp, it's a really great idea to pick it up, and you'll find that link below in the video description as well, because you're going to have a ton of inspiration after today on how to use it. So I'm going to start off with my big shot. I'm starting off with some die cutting, and I'm going to be die cutting using a stitched rectangular die from My Favorite Things. It's an inside and outside stitch die, and I'm going to be doing a panel of black and a panel of white. Now, an inside and outside stitch die means that when it die cuts the rectangle, it's going to die cut the inside and the outside of the rectangle, which is really, really cool because you could use both pieces very easily with the stitches, the frame and the piece it cut out in the middle. And I'm going to be using both pieces for my card, so there's going to be no waste whatsoever for this card. So I'm putting through the white and the black sheet, and now I'm ready to start getting ready to make my card. So I'm taking the inside of the white die cut that I just cut out, and I'm going to be stamping the Swirly Hearts as well as the You Are Loved stamp in black ink. I'm using VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and I'm using my MISTI because not only is this stamp brand new for me, but it also is a solid stamp, which means the chance of it stamping pure black the first time are slim. And that happens with all stamps until they're well seasoned. So I stamped that with black ink, and then I cleaned off my stamp. You'll want to also dry it in between, and then I added Versamark, and I stamped that a couple of times onto my black cardstock, just to make sure that I had a very good impression. Then I grabbed some white embossing powder, and I am going to layer on top of the black panel that I just added Versamark ink to, and I'm going to heat emboss this. Now this is going to give me one black panel and one white panel. I've done a card similar to this when I first started on the So Susie Stamps design team 3 years ago, and I did this with the Venetian mask stamp, which I'll link to that blog post at the very end of this video. It's a really cool technique and you can use it in so many ways, and the MISTI stamping tool actually makes this so much easier than it did when I originally had made this card, because it stamps in the same spot twice. So I literally have the black and the white panel stamped in the exact same spot, but just in white and black, which is going to make it really easy to interchange the cards, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. So I'm going to start putting the cards together now that I have all the pieces ready. Okay, so I have my black and my white panel in my paper cutter right now, and I'm cutting them in the exact same spot, and now I have them cut in half. Now this is super fun because you're getting 2 cards out of this in the end, which is really great because you're almost getting like a 2 for the price of 1 on your time, and that's really cool. So I grabbed a white and a black card base. They're A2 cards, measuring 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when they're folded, and I'm going to add both the black and white frame that I had from when I very first die cut this. Now I'm going to add some Tombow Mono liquid adhesive, and I'm just putting you in a little bit of a faster mode here so you don't have to wait too long to watch me just glue everything down. So I'm gluing the black frame down, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue the white frame. You want to take a look at this point because the stitch lines are going to be very significantly clearer on one side than the other, and so you want to make sure you have the clear side exposed at the front. Then you're going to grab your white panel and then your black panel for each one, and you're going to put them into the card base. I think this looks really elegant and really beautiful. And what I like about the liquid glue is you can see I have a little piece of white that's exposed. What's really nice about liquid glue is I have a couple of seconds to lift that up. If you were using a tape runner, that wouldn't really be the case. So I would recommend using a liquid glue here, like the Tombow Mono liquid adhesive. Then I'm going to add the white panel and the black panel onto my black card base, and you can see the difference between the two of them. I love both of them. They look really, really great. But to make them even greater, I am going to add some embellishment to them, because I love my Nuvo drops. Now what better to embellish them with than black or white? Red would look really cool too. So I'm adding the black dots to the white side and the white dots to the black side. Now my white Nuvo drop actually clogged, and this happens now and again. It doesn't happen too often to me, and all you have to do is just run it under some hot water and it'll start flowing again and get that clogged enamel out of there. So that's the end of today's card tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed this black and white, really elegant look with the swirly heart stamp. All the links are below in the video description if you need them. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to click the subscribe button so you know when I upload my next video. My next video will be coming out on Sunday. And you can click here to subscribe to my channel, to check out my blog, or to check out 2 other videos that might inspire you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.